Hi, as you can see we're driving the Nissan Quest at the moment. It's the latest Quest, which on the outside has a, on first impression, very boxy, extremely boxy exterior design. As you can see from the photo shoot, there's a lot of sculpture going on there. But that doesn't seem to, for one reason or the other, it doesn't seem to come across that much. It seems like big slabs of squareness in this car. As you can also see around my head, there's plenty of space around it, so there was no need for that squareness. I think for the amount of times that people will actually use this car with the interior to its fullest, with that squareness, like once or twice in a lifetime of a car, probably. I don't think they should have gone that extreme. They could have given the car a little bit more of a how do you call it, a friendliness, a bit more section in the greenhouse. If you look at the body in itself, there's quite a lot of sculpture in the surfaces of the lower body below the greenhouse, but the greenhouse itself is upright and sedate. It's almost as if you're looking at the design of a K car in Japan, really the mini cars like the BBs and that sort of stuff, but then in a bigger scale. The weird thing is that if you see this lined up to here in America to the SUVs, this thing is tiny by comparison, where it's a lot bigger than the BBs like the Scion XB and that sort of stuff, but it's compared to those vehicles, and those vehicles look much more dynamic than this one, and this one is still tiny. So if you're going to make something like this, either make it a bit bigger on the outside and use some really nice sculpture on it, extra sculpture, or make it a bit more dynamic looking, or make it that small but then really stick with it and not this. It's just this. It's at the moment not very refined. I must admit though, having driven this car now for a week, I really like the interior, and I really feel like, oh, it's nice and spacious, too much headroom. I even have the seat on high at the moment, because otherwise I would feel like I'm drowning. Look at the amount of headroom I still have with the seat on high. This car is huge on the inside in itself, even though it's not that big on the outside, which is clever and that sort of stuff. But the outside just doesn't look the part. It's not something that you would want, and that's sad. Because it's, and then the price, of course, $43,000 for this car as it is here. It's a nice interior and that's, but it's nothing extraordinary. It's definitely not infinity level and that sort of stuff. And you think that's a little bit much for a minivan. And then the biggest shock of all, 13.9 miles a gallon on average use. That is out of this. That's not today's stuff. That is just so atrocious. I know that the official EPA statements are much better than this, but this is what I'm getting, 13.9 miles a gallon on average, and that's disappointing to say the least. Very disappointing. But at least here you have a shot of the interior, the dashboard going through. That's all nice and all well done, but it's nothing special. It's nothing like whoa, this is definitely worth the $43,000 that I've paid for this car. I don't think so. I don't see this as a big hit, sadly. And if the exterior design would be at least modern, a bit more dramatic, a bit more exciting, a bit more fun to have, a bit more proud to own, then yeah. Because the interior definitely has some things to go for it, but with this exterior design, no, I don't see this as a big hit, I must admit, sadly so.